Hey everybody, this is Rick, and these are my picks. Looking at week number 9 NFL, October 30th, 2019. You've been following my college football. In college football, I really dig into the numbers uh, because the lines are looser and I can find more value. NFL is a little different. You're not going to find as much value per se in the NFL, and when you do, you need to hammer it. But I'm more in NFL. I'm more. I don't want to say the eyeball test kind of guy, but I'm more into the situations, uh, trends, angles, and it's done me pretty well. I like teaser situations. Get into a lot of those. I'm actually going to give a three-team 10-point teaser out today in this video, but I'm more concerned with the situations. The lines are going to be right. I mean, I still look at power ratings. I don't have my power ratings ready yet, but I have some leans and some takes on this week's slate. So let's get into it. First game I want to talk about Thursday Night Football. San Francisco coming to play my Arizona Cardinals. I'm leaning on laying the 10 with San Fran here. San Fran hasn't done anything wrong. My Cardinals, I love my Cardinals, but I'm not putting hard-earned money on them, especially not this week. San Fran's defense has shocked the world. Shocked Carolina last week. They're off a really good game that was over in the first quarter last on Sunday. Arizona had a tough opponent in New Orleans, and a lot of sharp money came in on Cardinals to cover that. I didn't. It's not that I didn't see it happening. I just didn't put my money on it. Uh, the Cardinals couldn't get it done against New Orleans. Drew Brees came back. He was right on cue, perfect, good to go. Looked like looked great. Um, but if I play anything on this game, it will be laying the 10 with San Francisco. If it moves too much, if it moves 10 and a half or 11 before I can really dig into this game, I probably won't make a play. As it sits, I'll lay the 10. Um, and the line just moved to 10 and a half on one book. So, and the other book is at 10, but it's juiced up now. So I won't lay the 10 with juice. If I can find a minus 110 or better with minus 10, I will definitely lay it. Houston and Jacksonville, going back to Wembley again. Um, Houston with a good win over a good uh, Raiders team this weekend. Raiders really fought hard for that game. Couldn't see it through, but Deshaun Watson, he's definitely a bet on football player right now. J.J. Watt going down. I think he's out for the season, if I read correctly. Either way, he's not going to play this game. Um, I'll take Deshaun Watson over uh, Garner Minshew, even though I can't have nothing bad to say about Garner Minshew. He's performing really well. Um, Look for the game to go under. I'm looking under, but and I will say Jacksonville has performed pretty well over in London. It seems like they always squeak out a good win out there, but uh, looking Houston in this game, I'll dig deeper into it, uh, but I have no problem laying the minus one. It is pretty juiced, but we'll see if it can move to like minus two, 2.5 without any juice. I'll lay the less than a field goal with Houston. Washington Buffalo. This is a game I have in my pocket already. I'm not taking a side. You're not going to make money, and I say this a lot in college football. I say in NFL, you're not going to make money betting on the worst teams. In well, I can't say that. Buffalo's not a bad team. Buffalo's a good team, but I'm not going to lay double digits with them against Washington's defense. You can say what you want about Washington defense held the Niners in check. They covered that game against the Niners a little over a week ago. Um, I am looking under in this game. This is a dead nuts under. Both defenses, uh, good defense. Washington can't score points. I will be worried if they put Dwayne Haskins in. He's just not ready yet. He's not ready. Uh, but if they put Keenan Allen or Colt McCoy in, I can see this game staying if they put Dwayne Haskins, I'm worried about the defensive scores. Defensive scores will completely uh, throw this game over. But as it sits right now, I have Washington Buffalo under 37. A number few people are brave enough to bet under, but I'm on it. I don't see any 37s out there right now. So a good bet is if not a lot of people are going to keep betting this under. Usually around kickoff time, you'll see it notch up a little. Everyone likes to bet unders in the sports books and on Sundays. So look for this under 37. It's in my pocket. I haven't given it out as an official pick yet, but I did bet it under 37 already. Tennessee, Carolina. Tennessee got lucky with a win. Carolina got destroyed by San Francisco. This is a situation I love, where Tennessee got the win, Carolina got annihilated. I mean, outright embarrassed this weekend. And I'm seeing a situation where the value is going to be on Carolina because of public perception. You're not going to see too many people bet this game. Although it has moved a half a point in Carolina's favor, um, I'm going to take Carolina. It's not a pick yet; it's a lean, but I can get -4, which I'm not scared to lay -4 against Tennessee with Carolina at home. Carolina, I think, is going to come out and they're really going to want to get their pride back in this game. Tennessee's not an easy defense to annihilate, but Tannehill's been serviceable for Tennessee. I just don't see him putting up. This is a good defense. Don't let last week fool you. Carolina's a decent defense, and Christian McCaffrey back there with what's that new quarterback, their backup quarterback. They've been doing great, and everyone's got that taste in their mouth from last weekend. I'm gonna look to take Carolina. Hopefully, I can get that line to come down a little bit. If not, I have no problem possibly taking that -4. That's where I sit on that game for now. Chicago and Philly. I don't know what to make of this game. Uh, haven't seen Philly laying points like this much this year, if at all, really. But I really don't like laying points. I know Philly's off that good win against Buffalo uh, this past Sunday. In Chicago, basically their coaching on that game was embarrassing. Taking a knee. Try to get closer to the field goal. I just don't understand. I'm glad I didn't have money on that game. But I hate laying points with Philly against a good Chicago defense. And the defense, they're on the field too much, the Chicago's defense. So that's something to look at. However, Philly's secondary, I know we're talking Mitch Trubisky here, but their secondary can be had. I'll look deeper into this game. We're seeing Philly money come in, but I don't know if I want to lay points with Philly. Philly, I mean, don't get me wrong, Philly's full of talent. They have a great coach. They're just not figuring it out. Chicago, the coaching last week really threw me for a loop. I'm afraid to lay it with Philly, and I'm afraid to take points with Chicago. We'll see. We'll see. I have to dig further into this game. Next up is Minnesota, Kansas City. There's no lines out for this game yet. I have no action on it as of yet. I don't even know where the line. I think Minnesota might come out -3 if Mahomes is out. Mahomes is in, it's going to come Kansas City -3. So we're just going to have to wait and see on the status of Mahomes. Mahomes is in. You can see him on the sidelines during those games. He's dying to get back out there, and if he comes back in and they clear him, I have no problem laying points with Kansas City at home versus a good Minnesota team. But I'd be looking for the whole team to be gathering around a Patrick Mahomes return. So Patrick Mahomes comes back, I'll lay it with Kansas City. If he stays out, I'll probably leave the game alone altogether. All right, here's another one, another good one. Jets at Miami. Uh, can the Jets go in there and beat Miami? Yeah. Could Miami go in there and play upset to this team? Probably. I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility, but like I say in college football, you will not make money betting on the bottom teams in the NFL. You're just not gonna not. It's not gonna happen. the The books have to put all the lines out, but we don't have to bet them all. That's the biggest advantage we have is we get to pick and choose. And I'm all but passing on this game. Although I do have some action on the Jets on my teaser. I took the no wait, nope, not the Jets. Never mind, disregard. I saw that low total and I thought I'd tease them. Didn't touch this game. No action, no action. All right, Indy Pitt. This is going to be an interesting one. I really am impressed with what Indy's done this year. Um, I had futures tickets all over the place on Indy before the season, and then the Andrew Luck news came out, and I was like, well, there goes all my futures. I had him season win total over, make the playoffs, and I put I think it was a 45 to 1 Super Bowl ticket in. No, it wasn't 40. It could have been 45 to 1. It was a nice juicy ticket I put in with the Colts to win the Super Bowl. But do I think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No. Are they playoff? Possibly a playoff team. They're only -1. Opened as pick'em. You got bet down to -1. Pitt is off a kind of weird. They got it together and took care of Miami, but Miami looked pretty impressive that first quarter. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It might be fool's gold, but I'm not gonna bet against Pitt at home, even though they have the backup quarterback who had a bad first quarter. He got it straightened out, uh, and I like Indy. They came from behind and got the win this past weekend. I don't know if I'm ready for them to go on the road and lay points against a decent Pittsburgh team yet. I'll dig further into it, but to note, Indianapolis has taken most of the money so far. We'll just have to see. I'll dig into it. Let's go on to the next one. Detroit, Oakland. As long as Oakland stays less than a field goal, I will lay it with Oakland. I like Oakland. This is their first home game. Geez, it's been 5 weeks. They've been on the road for a long stint, and they've held it together pretty well. They didn't get some close wins that they could have had, but think about it. They've been on the road for 5 weeks. That takes a toll on NFL teams. Detroit is almost there. They're almost. There's just a few things that they've got to figure out, and they'll be a bet on team. But I'm not. I'm not. I didn't even want to lay with or bet them last week for versus the Giants. I mean, they got it done, but uh, I'm just not. I like Oakland here. That's probably very likely to make my card as long as I can keep it under a field goal, and if I can keep it away from the juice. I think I can find it -2, -105 right now. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna look more into it in the next video. I'll have all the picks ready to go. Tampa Bay, Seattle. I'm looking at Tampa Bay here. They won that game. It was a bad call at the end that they took away a touchdown. Um, Seattle's strength is running the ball to open up the passing game. Tampa Bay's strength is stopping the run. I mean, they held Derrick Henry in check. Trust me, I know he's on my fantasy team. Derrick Henry didn't do diddly for me this week, really. So that's my look at this game. They can hold Chris Carson in check, and I mean Russell Wilson. He's something special. He's gonna make things happen with his arms or with his legs if he can find a way. But that's a lot of points for a team that can come in and stop your strength, running the ball, opening up play action, and the deep threats uh, with their offense. Tampa Bay's capable of coming in and doing that. And Tampa Bay's offense isn't bad either. It's just you gotta wonder what kind of week Jameis is gonna have. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. Some weeks he'll go out there and look like a pro. Some weeks he goes out there and throws turnover after turnover. Uh, but we'll see. Leaning Tampa Bay plus the 6, and I can see 6.5. I can only imagine. I see Seattle money coming in. I can only imagine that if it goes to a touchdown, you can just imagine I'm going to have Tampa Bay on my card. Cleveland at Denver. It opened up at Denver -1. And you could get it last week if you got the early lines, or not last week, but Sunday night during Sunday Night Football when the lines come out. I ended up getting the Browns +1 in my pocket. It's moved to Browns -3. Now I'm gonna beat the closing number, it looks like, but I'm still not. I mean, I don't get me wrong. The Browns are full of talent. They made a horrible coaching decision when they fired Williams and took Freddie Kitchens. I don't know this guy's way in over his head. Freddie Kitchens does not need to be coaching in the NFL. I love Baker. I love Odell Beckham. I love Jarvis. I love Njoku. I love their defense. They're just not getting it together, and I have no problem saying it's coaching. It's coaching and a young quarterback. Everyone wants to hammer Baker because he speaks out a lot, but he's a young quarterback, and it's a sophomore slump. Add that with awful play calling, and you're going to have what we have with the Browns. I have the Browns +1 in my pocket against a bad Denver team. Good defense. They're at home, but that's about it. That's about all the good things I can say about Denver this week. The quarterback is out, Joe Flacco. He's out with the neck injury, surprisingly, right after he bashed his entire coaching staff on the post-game press conference. I don't know if that's going to be if that's going to help Denver, him not playing. But all the reports I'm getting about the backup kid, I can't even think of his name right now, is he's pretty bad. So I feel good with my Cleveland +1. It's probably not going to make an official pick because of the value change. It was +1, now it's -3. Heavily juiced. I'm not, even if I really loved the Browns, I wouldn't lay -125 with them. It's even juiced at -3.5, so more than likely this isn't going to be a play. May possibly make a case for the under, but the under's pretty low. The total's 39. Say what you want about Cleveland, they're capable of putting up numbers, and I guess that total is reflecting that Denver's not going to put up much points. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. It's probably not going to be my card. I wouldn't suggest getting involved in this game at this point. I'm kind of surprised. I bet it when I got the chance, but the line surprised me, so I put some money down. Let's go into Green Bay, LA Chargers. I can only look Green Bay. Green Bay -3 minus a field goal. Yeah, that's the only way I can look. Could possibly see a case for the over. The Chargers can put up points, and Green Bay's defense has not been the elite defense we thought at the opening game. Everyone jumped on that Green Bay's defense is going to be elite bandwagon on whenever they came from behind to beat Chicago opening week, but I'm not seeing it. 48 over 48 is a very big possibility. That probably is more likely to make my card than laying the juice with Green Bay. Although Green Bay, there's going to be no home field advantage. The game's in LA. There's going to be no home field advantage. It's going to be all green and yellow. Aaron Rodgers is being Aaron Rodgers this year. Philip Rivers is having an awful time. But every year, you'll see the Chargers go out and blow games. They can blow winnable games, blow a winnable game, blow a winnable game. They're off a lucky win on for Chicago this week. But you'll see them go out there and blow games, and have an awful record. Then the second half of the season, they'll come out and do some crazy upsets. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to dig deeper into this one. I lean Green Bay -3. I lean over, but every square bettor in the country is gonna bet the exact same thing. So if you can just avoid the stuff that the square bettors do, you have a better chance of cashing tickets. Although I don't. Sometimes, I mean, the squares win sometimes. Not that I'm like a super sharp, wise guy or anything, but I stay away from the chalk. This one's tempting though. New England versus Baltimore. I got a lot to say about this game. New England -3.5, -4, open -4. You can get 3.5s out there without juice. The juice is coming in on Baltimore. The wagers are mostly on New England. But here's what I have to say about New England. First off, since Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have been a thing, betting against them has shown to be a money killer. They're 60% against the spread for the last forever since the Pats have been good. Betting against the Pats has not been a profitable venture for anybody. But saying that, they are undefeated this far. But let's look at those teams that they've played. Pittsburgh, Miami, Jets twice, Buffalo, Washington, Giants, Cleveland. Those are not very impressive wins, and combined, if you add up the wins of all of these teams together, it's 14 wins total. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with New England. They're going in there and they're winning. They can't. They just got to play the schedule. I get it. And their defense has played some pretty mediocre offense. And they are. I mean, I'm not saying that their defense is bad. I'm just saying it could be misleading. Am I saying Baltimore's going to go in there and get the cover? No, not as of now. Am I saying Baltimore can go in there and win? Yeah, they can go in there and win. They're at home. Does New England sometimes? The one that comes to mind is last year when the Titans. New England went to the Titans after undefeated. No one gave the Titans a chance. The Titans just blew them out. I was actually at Lambeau Field that day watching the game, pregame before the kickoff. We're at a tent, and I was watching the Titans just pile on score after score, and New England just wasn't doing. It just looked like they didn't get up for that game. And New England's capable of doing that. I want to wait until the end of the week and see what the line is. If I can still get more than a field goal without juice, I want to take Baltimore. Scary venture, but that's where I'm leaning in this game. I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know if the line will get to the point where I'll actually take it. If you're not gonna a good strategy, if you're not gonna bet with New England, just leave it alone. But I think this could be that spoiler game. I might even just make a quarter unit, half unit play on the money line for Baltimore just for fun. Because every year New England will give up a game that they should win, and New England should win this. They're on the road. I don't know. We'll see. Baltimore's better than the teams that they've played so far. Baltimore will be the best team they've played. We'll see. I don't know. It's a scary venture betting against Belichick and Brady. Dallas Giants, the line's at -7. I think that's right where it should be. I'm not excited about putting money on either one of these teams. Dallas on the road to the Giants, 48 is right about where I see the score being. I mean, I just don't see any edge in this game. I don't like betting Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football anyway. I just don't really have any interest in this game as of now. If I read something or see something I haven't looked at or I wasn't thinking of yet, it might make my card. But as of now, there's nothing exciting about this game at all. So let's go to my picks. In my pocket is not an official pick. Browns +1. I don't suggest anyone going out there and laying the 3 with the Browns. Official pick. Washington, Buffalo, under 37. That is an official pick. If you can't find 37s out there, wait. The overbetters will come in, and because this is a very tempting overbet for people. I am not scared to lay under 37. So wait for the 37s to come back. Official pick, Washington, Buffalo, under 37. And I have a 3-team 10-point teaser. I know teasers are considered square bets, but here's what I do when I bet teasers. I look at totals. I go through SBR Sportsbook odds page and I look at what totals are available. Where did it open? And if I can find 44s or below, I can make a case for a teaser bet. This week, the cases I made were San Francisco. The total opened up at 44. Check that off the box. I did the 10-point, took them down to a pick'em. They were -10. I got 49ers as pick'em. Titans in Houston. The total came out 30. No. Where's the Titans at? There it is. Total came out 41. I took the +4 that they're offering me and I added 10 to it. So I got Titans +14. Bills, Washington. That total came out 36. I got that 10 points down to pick'em. So my 3-team 10-point teaser as of now, you can call it an official pick. Niners pick'em, Titans +14, Bills pick'em. And my teasers have been pretty good since I've been doing this total. Looking at the totals, I want low totals because the point spreads are going to be tighter. If that makes any sense. The point spreads are going to be right where they want to be. Very rarely, I've only lost one teaser doing this year using this method. And I think it was the Titans came in and beat the crap out of somebody. I think the Titans screwed me over, but the Titans, they very rarely are they going to lose by 2 touchdowns, especially in a game where the total's so low. So those are my official picks as of now. I will have another video out tomorrow or Friday with more picks. Till then, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Tell me what I can improve on, which is probably a lot. I went a little long, but man, these videos go by fast when you're up here talking. See you guys next time. Good luck.